What is good, gang? It is Sunday, October 9th. It is time to do our pre-weekly forecasting for this upcoming week. Let us begin. So realistically, on the weekly time frame, let me clean this up here real quick. On the weekly time frame for dollar, we're pretty much just seeing, institutional order flow get completed. Every time we create an imbalance, we fill that imbalance and then continue moving. As we see here, we had this huge, weekly candle, third week of September, followed by a complete fill of this monthly fair value gap, which we filled and then rejected, and then we came back into, the inside of our range, finding discount and this fair value gap, and then obviously closing the week last week strong. We do have, take a look at the economic calendar. We do have a lot of high impact news this week. I know Monday is going to be a little boring because it's a US bank holiday. Focus for me of the week is going to be Wednesday and Thursday. PPI, that'll give us a good idea about what inflation number we can expect. How much has producers' costs gone up or gone down. And then CPI, been a very, very market moving data release. Recently, as we saw, like in August, we had like that 6% day or that 5% day on CPI. I did project high of the month to come around, this area of time. But based on the reaction we got from NFP, I think it's safe to say, the high of the month is in for me. Now, for me, that also means the high of the month is going to be in for the quarter. I'm not expecting, next month to be close bullish. I'm expecting the dollar, on the weekly time frame now to wick fill here. I think that's definitely doable. We wick fill here. Next stop is going to be this monthly fair value gap up here. Up here alongside this order block, which I'm actually going to annotate now. And I'm going to drag this over. So I'm actually going to delete a couple of things right here. I'm going to delete the top of the fair value gap. I'm going to delete this arrow. So why did I delete the top of the fair value gap? Because we have liquidity there. We already filled the fair value gap. So I'm leaving the low because this can be a support area if we decide to trade back under it. But for me now, the more important level isn't necessarily the fair value gap high. It's going to be this liquidity area. And even if we decide to break it, this will be an area that I look to reject, as support depending on how high we go. But this week, this high is going to be my target because we took previous week low and rebalanced this range. So 114.8 for me this week is the target for dollar. So what does that leave for the rest of, analysis? Risk off scenarios. So AU, EU, GU, bearish, weekly close. Indices, weekly close, bearish. And we're going to go and hop into that. But yeah, so start of the week, they can come deliver us down into this fair value gap or this bullish order block. What I call this a bullish order block? Yeah, just about. I like to see at least a mirror move. If I'm going to call this my order block candidate, I want to see at least this candle get mirrored to the upside. That's just, I like to see a bigger move from order blocks because then the reaction will be more sensitive. But yeah, they can take us down here, create our Judas swing for the week, and then take us to the highs. Let's hop into baby girl Nas. All right, so what can dollar tell us about where we're going? Inevitably, I'm looking to seek lower prices. So we have liquidity pool inside here as these swing lows. So I think these could be potential targets for the week. We'll see how, we have a bank holiday tomorrow, so we'll see how Tuesday delivers for us. But if we can get back up into, relative equilibrium of the range here, come, pre-CPI, that would be my target. I know on regular indices, for futures, we have this volume imbalance here. So if we set the low, like somewhere, around the current low, equilibrium and this volume balance and this fair value gap will line up very nicely. So, in and around here, I have the daily BPR annotated, and obviously like this order block here. So there's a couple things we're going to be looking for, but set the low of the week, take us into the high of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then bearish expansion, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, and then maybe Friday. And this will be my target. This, then this, and below that, I'm looking at the fair value gap fill. Do we have any more swing points? No, there's pretty much that swing point. So there is a liquidity pool right above this fair value gap close. So this is my this target, first target. That'll confirm, we're going to set the low here. If we create relatively equal lows, even better. Maybe SMT at the lows. Maybe someone takes these lows, go back up, and then looking to take out the low, take out this swing low, and then possibly the liquidity pool and fulfill this fair value gap. For AU, I don't think this is labeled correctly. Oh wait, maybe. Yeah, it is. I'm not going to be looking at that area, to be honest with you. Digging into this monthly order block, I believe this is not okay. It's not all time though. Let me set this up. Monthly. Now let's zoom in a little bit. All right. So again, institutional order flow, as we see on the weekly time frame here, right? We have our inducement, rebalancing, equal lows here, takes that, creates an imbalance on the way down, takes a short-term high, fills more of this imbalance, displacement creates imbalance, displacement creates imbalance, and then partially mitigated. So I'm just going to be looking for lower prices. Daily, on the daily time frame, we could revisit these lows, come into this, close in this gap, and then come down. Targets were already below sell side, so this daily order block's not going to be stopping us. Sorry. I'll be looking at the consequent encroachment of this monthly order block, and then there's a weekly liquidity pool and fair value gap here. So I'll be looking into these areas afterwards. And let's hit that. And the liquidity pool. So yeah, target 1, target 2. That's what I'm looking at for AU. Let me clean this up real quick. I can stay. So same thing, we're really just, every time we're taking liquidity with displacement, we're coming back, accumulating into those areas, running the liquidity, the internal liquidity, and then displacing and rinsing and repeating. I thought this 3-month was going to prove a little bit more challenging to run through. Is not. So yeah, we're just gonna be looking to fill this area. Do I still have the 12-month chart? So we actually could see. We could see the yearly candle, the December candle, close above this. We can see some elasticity of price here, where we come down, either fulfill this gap, maybe even slash these lows and then close back up here. Yearly order block. So, like I say, elasticity and price. I'm not expecting price to react here on, the daily or weekly or even the monthly until we're coming closer to this candle close, this time frame close. So, I think this will play a big part later on. I'm going to focus here on the quarterly CE and below. As far as daily targeting, fair value gap to take us our Judas swing into the week. Set our low, Judas swing up into this fair value gap and order block combination right here. Very nice. Wrong direction, bud. So yeah, I'll be looking for price to come back up into this daily order block and for value gap, create like a 30 or 1 hour SMR, and then target these lows. So I know this was the red box was a 3-month or monthly? No, weekly volume balance. Right? Yeah, weekly volume balance here. I'm gonna move our. Let's see, do we accumulate inside of this yet? Not really, but it is. So delivered inefficiently, re-delivered. So one more pass through will make this repriced. So if we deliver below this point, I'll be looking for this to be a sensitive area. So if we come into like this swing low here, breaking back through, I'll expect this when we come back up to act as our ceiling we have this BPR here, whatever PD array is required here. If we recreate another fair value gap down in this, stacking these fair value gaps, we're going to be definitely hammering sales to these lows from this area. Absolutely. When I see price, does this to the same area, PD array high, high, PD array low, right? This is an important area of price. I can't talk. And price is showing that to us. Displacement, swing high, like I said. So if we can recreate, a price leg like this down here into this fair value gap or this low and take us back up with, again, a displacement like this, we're hammering sells, especially, if the time of the week is correct, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're back up here, hammering sells for the rest of the week. UCAD, I was looking for a little more downside on UCAD. I was looking for this. Sorry. I was looking for this daily order block to take us down to this liquidity pool prior to going back up, but dollar had other plans, as we see. We got into discount of the range, took out a swing high. For me, this would have been, internal liquidity being taken, reaching a PD array to take us out more sells, but dollar strength proved otherwise, and we just took off. For the week, what's the range here? Order block's kind of far away on the daily. This is already, we rebalanced this weekly fair value gap last week. There is no opportunity for a fair value gap to be created this week. So I'm looking at highs and then to dig into this order block this week. What's our range here? 200 pips to the bottom. So yeah, that's a fair range. Where could we accumulate price? Again, like I said, the order block's kind of far. I'm not sure we're going to get that much downside from dollar. 200 pips, so it is possible, but 100 pips, yeah, this would be my point of interest. 112, we can do that in 2 days. So this is where I'd be interested in buys. Let's see, a little bit lower. Yeah, we have an overlapping fair value gap here. Clean this up a little bit. So yeah, I'm looking to draw back into these highs, this fair value gap, this daily block. So we'll be clearing out this swing low as well. So we have our liquidity, we have a liquidity pool, internal liquidity, rebalancing to be done, and then we can take out highs and then look above. I will say, I'm not surprised that we're bouncing here. Monthly BPR at this point. Well, not BPR, but BPR yet on the monthly, but accumulating in this area, it doesn't surprise me. But again, we're looking at highs. Bullish dollar. I say that only referencing the dollar. I know OPEC just decided to take down daily oil supply by 2 million barrels. So we could see some strong CAD in the short term while that's going up, because oil has reacted bullish to that and created a shift in market structure. I know I don't usually touch on oil, but since we're talking about UCAD, if we look at the daily, we just had sell side taken here and then buy side taken here, so we have a new range, and that was also off, I believe. Yeah, weekly imbalance here. full fill on the monthly and bounce. So yeah, we could be looking at 97, 97.50, $98 oil in the short term, next couple of weeks. Even 102 with his volume balance. 2 liquidity pools to be taken. Huge displacement on the weekly, right? So we definitely will be looking bullish on oil. So UCAD might not be as clean because CAD strength might step in with this bullish oil price action. So we'll see what we get. But thank you for tuning in. Sorry I could not do this live for you guys. My day definitely wasn't ordinary, and I got held up during the day, but I will be doing my breakdown of sells on Thursday for you shortly after this. So watch that as well for the trade I put in the Telegram last week. Whoever took it and held it, good for you. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Let's get after it this week. Yeah. Hope you all have a good one. Talk to you soon.